okay. You're right. It looks okay with the hat. Even if my hair is fucking...
I think it looks cute.
I think it does too, right? The hat looks... Okay. Be a little less.
Me and my big old coat.
It's fashion. It's fashionable.
It's comfortable. I need to
Oh,
wash it.
this is fun. I
I
actually like this. This gets me like more into it in a way, because I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't as bad as I thought.
Of course you like it. You're a Leo. Leos love shit like this. Hi, Nivea.
Hey, you get to see us today.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, I talked her into coming on camera with me.
Someone was saying I should last time.
Yeah.
I forgot who that was.
I don't remember.
So we did it.
Do you have a question?
Appreciate the comments. Like, subscribe.
She's already liked and subscribed. How do you think she came in
I
here?
came back.
Yeah, go ahead and ask. Do
You
you
get
want
to
to go
see our
first or
chemistry
me?
together even more today.
Do you want to go first? Do you want me to go first?
Do you want to go first?
You never go first.
Okay, I'll go first today.
Okay.
One day I'll go first. And the next time I'll go back to going second.
Okay. That works. I really need to wash this jacket.
Yes, you can ask. I will go ahead and prep for you. I'm showing my hands.
Showing my hands.
My hands. My methods. But this does make it go quick, because then I don't have to do shuffling. You know what I mean?
Just...
Because I was thinking, it's like, how do we keep up with so many people sometimes? Well, it's the magic.
Okay. How will my future spouse behavior towards me?
Okay. So since we got another one already on deck, I'm going to do a 2-card. I might do more later, but if you want a full 4-card, you can do $5 and we'll get you. PayPal.
Yeah.
But we already got 2 on deck, so we gotta move through this. So we have the... Should I log on in here too?
Sure. So
that I can type while
yeah.
you're... Yeah. So we have 2 of Pentacles and the 3 of Pentacles. You're just a Pentacle queen today, Miss Nivea. Because Pentacles mean you're asking about spouse's behavior.
Okay.
I'll type on the next one because I don't want to slow down her reading just because I'm typing in the things. Okay. So the 2 of Pentacles is multitasking and nimble movement. So adaptability, changes, multitasking. Like a juggler in life, sometimes you have to have more than one ball in the air. So you're asking about your future spouse. So I would say that he's going to have his hands full between work, you, life, private life, home life. Last reading I did yesterday was about that guy what's his name? I forget. But he was asking about similar things, his relationship. Plus, he was especially concerned about his job stuff. So there's going to be a balance there. And you can deal with it 2 ways. You can let it get the best of you, or you can deal with ease and grace. So it could be saying to take advantage of material opportunities. But you're saying he's a workaholic. So wow, that really fits this 2 Pentacle card feeling. Yeah, pretty much. It's like my mom. Life? What's life? You know?
What's life?
So yeah, that really fits. 2 of Pentacles and 3 of Pentacles really indicates that he's going to be busy. Now, 3 of Pentacles is a little bit different in the sense that it's more about assistance, teamwork, mentors. But again, employment based. It's trying to assess the project and see if it's in line with larger long-term goals. So we have to make sure, or he's going to have to make sure that what he's doing is leading to his happiness and that it balances with what he needs to. And so I would say it's important for you to be a constant reminder of his balance, because the cards are definitely showing he's going to be driven and focused. So that's not going to be the issue. The issue is going to be just kind of making everything work. Okay. So hope that helps. If you want a longer reading, $5 at PayPal. I'll go ahead and send the link. Becky's turn.
Okay. Midnight asked if a boyfriend and puppy are in the works for the future. So let's see what comes out. All right. You got the Hermit, the Eight of Wands, and the Two of Swords. Oops. Two Swords. Okay. So what this tells me is with the Hermit, I don't see a puppy or a boyfriend in the future, but I do see you needing to go in solitude and be a hermit. Take time in solitude to heal whatever issues you're having, whatever is going on in your life to deal with. Learn how to be happy single for the time being, is what the cards are saying. With the Eight of Wands, that does talk about like fast movement and perhaps messages coming in. So, but with the Two of Wands, it's kind of like the Two of Swords, talks about kind of like being at a crossroads, like in your mind. Basically, like, do I go this way? Do I go that way? So you need to figure out which way in life you need to go right now and go within to solitude. There may be messages coming up for you. I don't know if that's going to be with a guy or multiple guys or whatever, but there will be messages coming in for you. But as for the question of like a relationship and a puppy, the cards are indicating that you really need to go within and figure out this like mental conflict that is going on. And be happy being single right in the moment. Okay. And Phantom.
Okay. I'm trying to do a little bit of the typing. I'm probably not going to do as much today because I am here and we're just hanging out and having a good time today.
Yeah.
But that being said, I will try to keep up with everyone's questions. So the question here is, may I have a reading on what's coming my way in the near future? So since that is a future specific question, doesn't make sense to go into the past, technically. For me, that I'm going to try to tell you as much about your future as possible. So if it does get long, we got Cassie on speed dial.
Right? Hey, Cassie, will you help us with something?
Yeah, we're old friends here. It's been
forever.
And this has been the most, if you had told us years ago that this is what we would be doing in the middle of a pandemic,
right? Middle of a plague,
we would have been really surprised by that, I have to say. So life has a funny way of sending you curveballs. Okay, so we got a 2 card here. So we got the 9 of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So 9 and Queen of Wands, Phantom. So yeah, sorry if I do it pretty quickly on there. I'm trying to just focus more on the reading side. So I'm going to start with the Queen of Wands because this is in past, present, future. So these can be both treated as future cards for this reading. So creative, independent, confident, beautiful, passionate, friendly, optimistic, influential, sexual. Queen of Wands is confident, passionate. She's popular and fun. People love to be around her for her energy and joyful demeanor. She is generous and loves to make others smile. So when you're asking about your near future, I would say that there's a lot of energy there, a lot of passion, a lot of joy. So that's a good positive card for that future. At the same time, the 9 of Wands is slightly different. The 9 of Wands is wounded, experienced, guarded, perseverance, inner reserves. So this shows a second side to the reading, which is why 2 cards for the future is better than just giving a 1 card future reading, because it shows that this card could be serving as a warning. It could be that you think you know what to expect about your future and you have your defenses up. This card's warning you that sometimes when we protect, we do it to our own detriment. We learn from experience, but people might surprise us. Sometimes we get hurt, so we don't want to be open to the possibility of, say, love or something like that. So I would definitely say to you, combine with that other card to be open to the future and not to hold yourself back with limiting thoughts. If you're not satisfied with your current position in life, you can make a choice to change. So don't be afraid. Embrace the future. That would be what I would say.
Okay.
Anything? Yeah.
That was good.
That was good. Okay, good.
Hey, Breezy. Yeah, that's good advice.
Open to the possibilities.
Be open to the possibilities. Who's next?
And if you want a full reading, we got, $5,
Sure, Breezy.
$10.
Go ahead and ask your questions. I'll do Breezy, and Taylor can do Taylor.
Taylor can do Taylor. Hey, Taylor. I feel like there's one a day, And
There's
not all
Taylors
the same.
everywhere.
Taylor. So yeah, if you want a full reading, we've got a basic reading, $5, and a full reading, 4 cards to 7 cards. Those spreads you can do for $5 to $10. We're doing basic 2 and 3 card readings right now. So. And I'm talking with my hands.
You're okay. My hands are in my pocket. I'm just like chilling. Breezy, go ahead and drop your question, hon.
She's back. You love the breeze.
Okay. An update on
The
you
list.
and Jeremy.
Oh, Jeremy.
There's
that Jeremy.
What does Breezy need to know about this Jeremy?
Nice ask.
Damn it.
A lot of questions about Jeremy. Jeremy, do you want me in your life? Jeremy? Finally, Jeremy said, we're not actually dating. And I was like, that's weird. I thought we were.
Okay.
She's laughing at that. Hey, nice. Yes.
Okay.
New subscriber. Post. Yes. Post. Anyone here, post your questions. Drop the questions.
You got the Ace of Wands, the Ten of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. So this is actually really surprising since what you've been telling us has, been going on. But when it comes to Jeremy, he definitely has emotional and sexual feelings towards you. The Ace of Wands, this is my penis card. That wand right there is really an erect penis. So when this card comes out in a love situation, it talks about somebody having boing for you. Okay? Now, the Ten of Cups talks about emotional fulfillment. Like happily ever after with a family and a picket fence and kids. So this is what he wants with you. He does want that happily ever after. And in his mind, he is wanting to know how he could be more like the King of Pentacles, how he can be that provider. Okay. When the King of Pentacles comes out, it talks about a man who wants to provide for others, especially the woman in his life. So I would say that's really good and really surprising with all the drama that's been going on. So
I think Jeremy's have good hearts, even if they get confused.
yeah. So I don't know what Jeremy's problem is, but his
name is Jeremy. That's the problem.
I don't know what Jeremy's problem is, aside from his heart on. He seems to be like in love with you. So don't know why he's not showing it. That's the problem, right?
Jeremy. Oh.
Okay. Taylor is next, and then
Taylor.
Okay.
Taylor doing Taylor.
Taylor.
I need to stop saying that.
Oh, Mohini.
I guess it's not open for kids, so I can just say whatever.
You're welcome.
No, I don't want to be like explicit content and get like flagged or something.
No, I say we do it. Explicit content all the way. Be explicit. I'm over here talking about hard-ons. I mean,
I know you just said that, right? This is definitely our most scandalous episode so far. I think it's because you get us together in the same same room.
It becomes scandalous.
Yes. So Taylor, your question. Did she say, or he say?
Yeah, she said.
She said. Okay. So Jordan. Oh yeah, Jordan.
Jordan's intentions.
I like the name Jordan. I like the name Jeremy too, but Jordan, usually a pretty chill name. I find.
You and your name analysis.
Name analysis. It's like, tell me your name. I'll give you the reading. Okay, so new reading. We're doing another 2 card. I'm sorry but I like being able to fully address it. And if 4 card, already got 3 on deck. So, if we run out of time and then I'm just like, blah, 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 So, okay. So we got the Star and we got the 10 of Swords. And 10 of Swords, Miss Taylor. Put 0 of Swords. 10 of Swords. Okay. So, 10 of Swords, I'm going to start with. 10 of Swords is rock bottom. So, the best part about rock bottom, you can't go any lower. So, you're asking about, I feel that they are players. Jordan is a player. Intentions. Yes. Yeah, I feel, I get that. I have known a couple Jordans and they seem pretty casual. It's a young name. There aren't many old Jordans. It's kind of...
Yeah, did they all die off early or something?
They're too busy playing in the field. No, I get what you're saying about... That's the problem with society nowadays. There are few... I would say, so clarity is important going forward. And so I'm getting the feeling from this card that this has to do sort of with you, that you're really invested in it and you get taken down maybe by the lack of investment, sometimes maybe. So what I would say is if that's the case, then try to clarify with him, is he for real? Is he really interested, or is this just a game, you know? And life is kind of a game, but sometimes we want something a little more serious, right? So that's the one thing I would say. If you feel like giving up, talk to him. Maybe there may be somewhere deep inside him, he does have those feelings, but you just have to kind of bring them out. Because the other card is an optimistic card, and that's why I'm saying that. The star card is not the sun, so kind of fits the situation because you're not feeling very sunny right now, but it doesn't mean it's not there. This card says optimism. So there is a chance for peace, energy, renewal. You are on a healing path. There's two options at this point. Cut the cord with Jordan and say, I'll find another Jordan somewhere else. Or you can try to make it work. So I would say communicate. Have your intentions and your actions. That's not this card, but that's pretty much every situation. You want to make sure that you're sending the right messages to him. It doesn't even have to be verbal half the time. Just give him the indicator that you want something for real. And that's what you're looking for. And you're not, because you're asking about intentions. So that gives me the impression that you're looking for a decent guy, not a game. So there you go. Hope that helps. That's my reading. If you want a fuller reading, Taylor, 4-card or 7-card, paypal.me/rebjar. And I'll drop it. Makes sense. Yes.
Anonymous. Okay. Oh, drop your question. I'll get a good shuffle on the cards while you ask your question.
Yeah, I do look like the 80s today.
Do look like the 80s. What E thinks of me. Okay. What is
Hey, I can't
E
analyze that name. Could be Ernie, could be Ed, could be... Why am I assuming it's a guy? Could be Ethel. Are you dating Ethel?
Ethel. Okay.
E and O. Is there a list? Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Drop the questions. We're getting to the front of it, though.
Okay. You got the Chariot, the Ace of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. So automatically with the Knight of Cups, that tells me that there are romantic feelings. Either that or she thinks you're romantic, or he, or you didn't specify. But the Knight of Cups tells me that there are romantic feelings, sensitive feelings, emotions. And the Ace of Swords usually comes out when somebody wants to communicate, or if they have like a truth they want to communicate. And I just want to see something real quick with the Chariot before I start blabbing my mouth.
Try to update the list. Here. Seeing who all is here today. Live chat. So Anonymous asked the question. Mohini is next. So you're on deck. Everyone like and subscribe, and you will know when we're doing a free day again, okay? Because we're not going to do free readings every day. So try to get in now while you have a chance.
Okay. For the Chariot, that's kind of conflicting because you have the Knight of Cups here saying there are romantic feelings, and the Chariot isn't really a romantic card. It's just like the person isn't focused on romance. It's focused somewhere else. So I would say this person, what they're thinking about you is kind of conflicting. Like they have their mind somewhere else and not thinking about you, but when they do think about you, it's like in a romantic sense.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to communicate with you is basically what's coming up in the cards. Okay, who is next?
We got Mohini and Anonymous, and then Malia.
Okay.
So we got a couple M's. I'll do the next one. So that's
Mohini.
Mohini asked, is that pretty far up there? Where did Mohini go? No, I didn't mean to time. I timed someone out. I really didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
Sunny's current feelings, intentions towards me. So how do I bring them back? Well, maybe we'll figure that out by the time it's your reading, because I timed them out. Because I mean to do.
Whoops.
So that's what I mean. I don't know how I did that. I just hit the button and it's like timed out. I'm like,
Uh-oh.
how do we do this? Maybe we'll do the other one first.
Yeah, Anonymous, we did not mean to do that.
I've never done that before. I think it's because I'm trying to do this on my phone because we're together. So normally I would be doing this a little bit separately. I should probably get my computer before I time anyone else out.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a way to untime out.
Gosh, I feel horrible. Like that was not my intention. Speaking of intentions, okay.
That's okay. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. Mohini, Chariot, and Queen of Cups. Okay, so I'm doing a system where I type them in here. And Chariot, talking about intentions. Self-discipline, control, determination. So this shows that he's not impulsive, he or she. Sunny, he or she, because he could be a guy, Mohini. That sounds kind of like a guy, but I don't know who you are. But it doesn't really matter. This person seems focused, but this is also advising you to, if they're focused, to meet that level of focus. What else would you add for that one? I have trouble with the Chariot to try to.
Yeah, I do too. That one just came up in the previous reading, and everything that I was reading said for feelings or intentions, it's like the person you're not on that person's mind, basically.
Yeah. They're going to stay focused. So they're not going to be caught up in the heat of the moment as much. And often romantic love, it's a little bit, how to put this? You have to be able to create and think outside the box a little bit, kind of. And if you're just so focused, but at the same time, what I'm saying to you is you have to also show that you're a serious person, probably, to speak to that side of Sunny. If you're too scatterbrained, someone that's like that is just going to see you as a flake, Queen of Cups, though, shows an empathetic, receptive, sensitive, introspective, emotional, loving dreamer side. So I would say the combination of the two paints a whole picture that inside Sunny is mature, but also sensitive, romantic, empathetic. So I would say that helps the reading in the sense that it is in them somewhere. I would say you have to tap into that. It's like an egg that's tough to crack. Sometimes you have to hit it a couple times and then it starts giving a bit. I've known people like that. Some, not everyone's very, but that's a good thing, because that means that there's probably a deep reserve of romantic love underneath. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I strong people can be really good for relationships and really good for life. Becky's a strong person.
That's
Who do I go
exactly
when I
kind of like
cry?
what the reading was saying. Like, you have this one side that's like uncaring and
Mhm.
cold, but then you have this other side that there is sensitive emotions there.
Yes. And the combination of the two definitely says that here, that the intention is for romantic love underneath it.
Okay.
But they're probably not going to come out and say it, for instance. So that if that's the vibe you're getting, then that's an accurate vibe.
Okay. So Anonymous, I still can. I know that we accidentally timed you out and we can't figure out how to undo that. If you're still there with us, though, I was
I'm
able to pull
so
up your
sorry.
question.
I feel horrible about this. This is the worst thing I've done on Tarot.
It's
so far.
okay. Mistakes happen. Buttons, you know.
It makes me want to get my computer out here. But,
Okay.
like, you know, it was kind of nice because we're both looking on the same screen. And it's not like me looking over here to the side, right? But even if I'm using the phone, it's just, you know, quick here and there.
Yeah. Okay, so Anonymous wants to know what feelings they have, or he has towards her.
Anonymous. Okay, so we did. Anonymous is back.
I was able to.
Thank you for staying. I am so sorry. You know, this one's on us. It's a free reading.
I can't see Anonymous, but if Anonymous is still here, I'm doing her reading.
Okay. You can always log back in. If you guys ever time out or anything or get kicked out,
if she accidentally kicks you out,
then you can come back in. That's how it works.
So the cards coming up for Anonymous are the Ace of Wands,
He said it's fine.
Nine of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. So what are their feelings? First of all, like I said earlier, this is my penis card. This card, that wand, you see how it's like a stick? It's not really a stick. It's actually an erect penis. That's what this card means in terms of how does somebody feel about me. It means their dick's hard for you. Plain and simple. Now, they also see you as a friend. Nine of Pentacles in relation to feelings is a friend. Pretty straightforward. The Two of Wands kind of tells me that this person is kind of like looking out to see what's out there. So, in terms of how they feel about you, they're curious to see where it's going to go. Would be the best way to explain it. Like looking out to see if you're going to message them. Just like, where's this heading in the future? So I would say those are pretty good feelings. I don't see anything like romantic yet. He seems to still be in the that frame of mind that men are in. They're usually sexual before romantic.
Yeah.
So they see you as a friend, they want to fuck, is kind of what the cards are saying.
They love the casual sex.
And they're kind of looking forward to that, or hoping for that. Can
you commit to being a friend with benefits?
Yeah, like, is that what you want? Friend with benefits, or do you want something more?
Not that it's a horrible thing. I'm sure there's plenty of great guys for the sack, but
yeah,
if you're on here, you're probably looking for what are their feelings, right? So I don't know. Just a hunch.
Who was next?
Someone asking about their ex, Malia.
Okay, Malia, then Hayat. Okay.
So you got Hayat, and I got. Did you drop your question, Hayat?
Yeah, Hayat, drop your question.
And we have a PayPal here. I'm typing it throughout the chat, And that's for 4 to 7 cards. So we can do any number of cards to fit your budget needs, or the free readings, which we are doing the free mini readings to try to boost enthusiasm in tarot, and we can all learn together here. So,
And there's still ways to get sexual when you're thousands of miles. I mean,
yeah,
ever heard of Snapchat?
Snapchat.
Dirty Snapchat. But anyways.
Yeah, and that can always be a little fun, I have to say. Plus, they delete on that app, so that's nice. Webcamming, phone, couple different options, right?
Sending nudie booties.
What is it?
Nudie booties.
Nudie booties.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, nudie booties are fun. Not saying you can't have fun long distance. Okay. So we got a 2 card here, and we're wondering about our ex.
Hold still. Look down. Look down. Look at me. Your makeup's smeared right there.
Oh my god.
Sorry, that was bugging me.
It's
Okay.
I love how we do. I love us together.
You're always smearing.
Someone
it on
asked who
mine.
I am, how we are related. We are friends, but
Yeah.
close friends. They go through time.
We've known each other since we were 11.
We're not 11 anymore, just FYI.
No. We would have pretty big boobs for an 11-year-old.
Knight of Swords and Page of Cups for
Malia.
Malia. So I just kind of start with whichever one, because this is about intentions of an ex. Exes don't usually become not exes, but it doesn't always work that way. I got back with the guy that I thought I was going to move out, and then I went and lived with him for another year. So you never know. Page of Cups, sensitive, kind, imaginative, romantic. So this shows his romantic side. Useful, sensitive, imaginative. Does this mean he's 20 years old? No, not necessarily. Useful means full of youth, full of life, imaginative, open to love. He's not so hardened by the world that he's not interested in that. He can be emotionally needy and unfulfilled when not romantically involved. Does he miss you? That's not what a lot of people want, that yes or no. Cards often show, but they don't tell. So from this, you can gather he probably misses the relationship. That's probably pretty obvious. Once we get out of a relationship, there's part of us that misses it.
Okay.
But that other card is probably going to indicate a little bit more. Knight of Swords. Impatient, rushing debate. Sharp-minded, direct, idealistic, rational. Doesn't let his feelings drive him. So that shows another side. While he's romantic underneath, he's passionate about his own life, his own ideas. He's also intelligent. He might jump to conclusions. This could have been part of the breakup. What I mean by that is his communication is direct and often piercing, like a knife, like a sword. So I would say, remember why you broke up with him. Have those be at the forefront of your mind. If you are going to try to reconcile, talk to him, whatever, remember why you broke up. Because I've gotten back with people and then be like, oh yeah, that's right. So remember that. Going into it, that there might be parts of his personality that you're not altogether comfortable with. And you have to remember that, because everyone's a balance. Okay? Hope that helps.
Okay. Who's next? Is it Hayat? And Hayat said that one of us is gorgeous. He said the one with the bangs, but we both have bangs.
We both have bangs.
Yeah. So we're both gorgeous.
We are both gorgeous, P.S.
Okay, will I get above 45 on my master's exam? Now, the tarot's not going to give me, the tarot can't be like, yes, you're going to get a 45. But we can look into the situation and see what tarot wants to tell us.
Iceman's here too. We got to do this
About
more often.
The exam.
Iceman, drop that question.
Okay, that's a good one. Bam. Okay. All right. All right. You got the King of Swords, the Five of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and Death. So when this comes for how are you going to do on the exam, what the cards are saying first and foremost is you're kind of clinging on to this situation with the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles usually comes up in a reading when somebody is being clingy or clinging on to a specific situation. So you have a lot of anxiety about this. This is really important to you, and you're clinging on pretty hard. And what Death is saying is Death is the complete opposite of clinging. It's learning to let go. So that's the advice, to learn to let go and be patient and see what happens when you let go. Now, the King of Swords and the Five of Swords, well, no, I'm just going to focus on the King of Swords, is telling me the King of Swords comes up for me personally a lot. When I'm asking for advice, it will come up because the King of Swords is a man who is very disciplined and very structure driven. So that's advice to you in terms of your studies. Become structured and disciplined in your studies. And fight for a good outcome on this test. But that starts with structure and discipline, as well as learning to kind of let go a little bit to the outcome. I hope that helps.
Let go and let the universe flow.
Okay. And it's Iceman, then Alina.
Isn't that a song? Let it go, let it be. When I find myself in time.
You and your songs. Oh. Let it be.
Let it be. Let it be.
Okay, John Lennon.
Who do we compare you to next?
I don't know. I don't sing. You're the one singing here.
So we got, coming up, we got, if anyone wants a 4 to 7 card reading, they're $5 and $10. I'm dropping the PayPal on the chat there. But we do basic readings here. And Iceman, thank you for asking your question. Everyone who hasn't asked a question is hanging out. Near future, I'm giving you 2 cards about the near future here, rather than doing past, present, future, because that we're not looking at whether you had a job in the past. I think most of us have. Right now, it's a little bit worrisome in terms of the job market, so I get why you're asking about that. We have the Fool and the Four of Cups. So I'm going to start with the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is the withdrawal card. And so a lot of times when you see the photos, okay, that's not working. It shows a little bit more what we're looking at. But withdrawal is important when you're dealing with emotional situations, career situations, whatever. Because you're emotionally going to be invested in a career decision. So you have to make sure that what you're doing aligns with your feeling of purpose. Is this job really you? especially in the current times. It's made a lot of us stop our jobs, lose our jobs, really focus on it. And what I'm doing, what I want to be doing for the rest of my life, for the next 5 years, whatever. So have it align with what you want would be my first thing. Be sure that you do not be so absorbed in the current situation that you lose sight of who you are. The Fool. Trust, innocence, open mind. So that's a little bit opposite. The Fool is kind of open to beginning. So you're asking about your job. And the phrase that keeps jumping in my head right here is trust the magic of new beginnings. What you do find, whatever it is, trust that magic. Take that leap. It's like when you're diving off the diving board, you got to jump at some point. Can't keep looking, can't keep holding that foot back. Oh, what if I hold, no, at some point you're going to have to make that jump. And when you do, keep on. It's clearest if you go all heads in, right? It's hard if you're, pity paddling, in there. So
Okay, here it is.
So it's saying, don't make assumptions on how it will be before you embark. Sometimes we can be our own worst critics, or we can shoot ourselves in the foot. So trust in the universe, letting go. Becky just said on the reading before, let it be. Take a leap into the unknown. It is going to be unknown, whatever your job is. But that's the beauty of it. You don't know how it's going to turn out. You're going to be here a year later looking back at this conversation and being like, oh, that was true. I didn't know how it was going to turn out, because we never do. There's this, any number of things that's going to change it. Who you work with, who the customers are, any number of things. So just embrace it. Trust the magic of new beginnings. That's my advice.
Okay. And I wanted to point something out, because also you got the Four of Cups. This could be advice to you. Are there any jobs, like you said you're desperately looking for jobs. Are there any jobs where you're acting like that? Where it's like you may have a job offer and you're like, no, I don't wanna. Like that's something that pops out in the cards for me. Sometimes, maybe you'll have to go with something that you don't like temporarily until you can transition into something better. Mm-hmm. But, beware of that attitude towards like certain jobs or offers. No, I don't want to. You can't make me. Like, well, look at him. That's what he's doing.
Yeah. In withdrawing, kind of like.
Make sure not to do that.
Yeah. It's kind of why I started with that one. I don't want you to keep that attitude going forward. Trust the magic. Okay. Kudos 100% to that.
And Elena, what is next for me in love? I'm an Aries. Well, the majority of people in my life are Aries. I am a Cancer. She is a Leo. So my mother is an Aries, and pretty much everybody in my life is an Aries.
Which is Aries?
Huh?
Which is Aries?
Aries is...
That's one I don't know.
Like from March to April birthdays.
Okay. Before Taurus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right before Taurus. And Aries, they tend to be hot-headed and tempered. And I swear to God, they will headbutt you. Like, if you look at an Aries when they're fucking pissed off, they're like looking at you like that. And it's like they're thinking about headbutting you. My nephew, he's an Aries, and he would walk around like ramming his head into everything when he was a kid. But anyways.
These are the cheapest prices we're going to go. P.S. Like, this is as low as we go. You can't usually get full readings for $10 or basic readings for $5. We are really, and many readings for free. We are really trying to help everyone. We know everyone's in tough times. We all are. We're in the same boat. So
It's not
Thing
good
is-
or bad. It just is what it is.
Tough. It's tough. Life has its peaks and valleys, right? So
Okay.
you gotta roll with the punches.
So what's coming next in love? And you got the King of Cups and Six of Wands, which is the victory card. And that's basically what the Six of Wands talks about, victory in a situation. So what's coming next for you in love is perhaps a guy who is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, maybe a water sign, or may have significant placements in their chart of Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. He is emotionally secure, emotionally mature, and he has a fair give and take emotionally. This is what advice for you to be looking for in a guy is that he has a good head on his shoulders, that he's not too emotional but too insensitive. He has that perfect balance. See what else. I'm gonna look. Okay. Okay. A balance between the heart and the head is represented by the King of Cups in a love meaning. This person is emotionally mature and values family. When emotional tensions are high, their calm and collected responses are just what everyone needs to maintain peace. When this card isn't represented by a person in your life, it can be a suggestion to use both logic and intuition in your approach to love. Approach romance with practicality, but also with wisdom, compassion, and understanding. Combined, the love you find is sure to be deep and rewarding. So, if those are qualities that you seek in a guy, or maybe you should start seeking in a guy, if not that, it's qualities maybe you need to adapt in your own emotional responses so that when future love comes up, you have, a well-balanced approach to love. And we all know little Aries could use some cooling down of the tempers sometimes.
Yeah.
But your person is a Cancer. Okay. All right. So yeah. There it goes. Who's next?
So we got one and then one other one. So Gemini, we just added to the list.
Yeah.
You're gonna do Gemini,
Okay.
and I'm gonna do
K-Faye.
K-Faye. K-Faye.
K-Faye, what's your question?
Okay, Faye.
Yeah. Ask your question, K-Faye.
Drop that question. Like,
You're welcome,
subscribe.
Elena.
You can get more free readings. And P.S. We do everything cheaper on these days. So normally the price range is higher. So if you want a full reading after getting a basic reading, today's the day to do it. Trust me. You'll avoid other days where, but like and subscribe right now and you'll be in on the magic. Because we're just starting out.
Okay. You got a tricky question.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Tricky. Spirit guides.
Let's see what comes up.
You're really pulling my sleeves on this one, aren't you? No. So let's see. What are they trying to tell me? I'm going to treat this as kind of, because the spirit exists in the universe. So I'm going to treat this as, what is the universe trying to speak to me? And I'm doing a 2-card because this is a basic mini reading. I like how your wording is really good, because what we're trying to say by that is this is a sample of what we can do.
Yeah.
You can do twice this easily, but I'll do that as well for you for only $5. So keep that in mind. But K-Faye, no, it's not too much. It's not too much at all, especially for a basic mini reading. I like her
The
wording.
minis are free, but the basics are $5.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with the terminology here. The basics are $5. Okay. So it's a little bit different when we're not doing free. That's why I'm struggling. Okay. So 3 of Cups here is friendship. So there's a huge emphasis on this card about friends and family. And I would say, yeah, extend that to family, because for me, family are the people that we hold close. Just like friends, for me, means not Facebook friends or Instagram friends. They're people that really care, that really know us. This is a friend, right? Coworkers, not necessarily friends. We're not going to hang out with them. So really focus on what friendship and family means to you. This could be a sign of a new friendship that could become a relationship. Something like that. Also, it could be a sign of something, accomplishment, party, fun. But basically, there's going to be some sort of growth for you in the emotional union of 2 or more people. So it could be a group, but often it comes up in the sense of a growth of a friendship into a relationship. So that's a good sign. Anytime a Cups is coming up in these sorts of, not all Cups, but this one, yeah, good, positive vibes. And it shows partying. So it's hard to see that when I do that. But Queen of Swords shows some intelligent, truthful, clear communication, independent teacher writer, something you will encounter that is present or to call upon now. So independence, clarity, solitude. You may have experienced great loss or sorrow in life, but rational thought is sometimes at the cost of emotional insight for the Queen. So it's possible to be both honest and kind. Honesty is the best policy, but sometimes we can be blunt. So what this card kind of says, I get when you're asking about what is the universe trying to speak to you as to, is to remember that soft side, because both of these cards are trying to show you that while you might be intelligent, truthful, honest, good at communication, clear, it's also important to remember that those we have to show that soft side, and we have to be able to forgive. And that's a beauty of a relationship or friendship. It tests us. I'm sure we've butted heads over the years, but we're still here. I know I've butted heads with some other friends we know.
Yes.
So recently I, got back with one of them. So that's a good sign that, remember that side. You can be honest, but you can be honest but choose your words carefully and not try to hurt, That's some good, important advice, that life's a balance, basically. Hope that helps. If you want a more in-depth reading, there's the PayPal on the side.
Okay. Gemini, you're up. Ask your question, hun. My neck and shoulder is killing me.
I'm sorry. She said, wow. Nice.
Glad it resonates.
I'm glad it does, yeah. Cards have a way of doing that. They speak to us sometimes in ways we don't even realize. Or I don't even realize, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm doing the reading, and sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm like, yeah, I should be thinking about that a little bit more.
All right, Gemini, if you're still here, post your question.
was just saying, wish I could come visit.
Who?
Freaking Cass.
Really?
You're just talking about her.
Law of attraction.
This is unreal.
Okay.
This is unreal. God.
I'll do S Rosie because I think Gemini left. What's SIP's current thoughts about me? Or is he even still thinking about me? Damn it. Okay. Gosh, this card is coming up a lot for like how does somebody feel about me? Okay. Oh wow. Okay. So you got Ace of Wands, the Page of Wands, and 2 Cups. So let's start with the Ace of Wands. As I've said before, and I'll say as many times as I need to, the Ace of Wands for feelings, when about a guy asking how a girl feels, it means they have a hard on for you. They want to have sex with you. Their dick gets hard around you. You turn them on. Okay? On the Page of Wands, they're looking out. Like looking to the future, seeing what's happened, curiosity. The 2 Cups is self-explanatory. That's mutual attraction, love, romance. If you're not talking, a reconciliation. So these 2 cards, they spell it out perfectly. He wants to fuck you and love you. Okay? So that's how he feels about you. Or if it's a girl, she wants to fuck you and love you. Whichever way we have. Hi, happily ever after. Okay. You're doing Tatiana.
Yes.
And happily ever after, drop your question. Okay, you're a girl needs a guy. So then, yeah, that fits perfectly.
And if you want a more, since we already have like 3 or 4 on the queue here, we're trying to do basic mini readings for free. If you want a basic to full reading, 4 to 7 card spreads, it's impossible to do it so quick. There's 7 people watching right now.
Yeah.
It's impossible to do it. So you have to go to paypal.me/rubjar and we will do those full spreads for you. Trust me. But we will do basic mini readings right here, right now for anyone that wants a free reading. Okay?
Okay. And Tatiana said, what's Pentelis' intention toward me now?
Okay. So Pentelis. That's a neat name. Maybe Eastern European.
Rosie likes your hat.
Thank you. I love my hat. I got it on Wish.
You get everything on Wish.
I do some shopping on there. It's basically because we were sitting around and a lot of the stores are closed. So it's like, where can I go? Plus, I'm lazy. Okay, so let's see. I used to use Amazon a lot, but Wish is definitely more fashion centric. Okay, so we got Pentelis here. Pentelis. I can't say I've dated a Pentelis. Have you, Becky?
Mm-mm. She said it's Greek.
Greek. Oh, that's super neat because my mom's family is Maltese, so that's Eastern Europe side of it. So close to Italy. So I'm going to do the devil. Don't freak out. Devil, and see if this appears when I type devil because I like using symbols.
Okay.
4 of Pentacles just because it's faster. For who is this?
Tatiana.
Tatiana. Okay. So 4 of Pentacles. Stable. So she wants to know intentions, and I'm seeing stability, boundaries, saving. That can be a good thing. Can be a good thing. usually a good thing. If you're looking for a relationship, you need someone that's good with finances, isn't going to gamble all your savings away, especially in the current economic climate. We want a partner that's going to be reliable. Boundaries are good things. Sense of security is value. Change is also necessary. When you let loose and go with the flow, you are creating new opportunity. This indicates there is a firm foundation with Pantelis. You'll have to decide whether you want to stay where you are or use your foundation to continue building. So I would apply that to him. He's going to at some point have to know, is he at where he wants to be? You guys have to decide that sort of thing. Life plans. Obviously, all that's going to come up in a relationship. So that's the first card. Good first card, I'd say. The Devil. Don't freak out. That's always what I'm going to say. Devil and Death. Trust me, there aren't good cards and bad cards necessarily, but this is not the worst card. Trust me. It's a sign of pleasure. But there is a draw side to this, is that you have to remember not to take pleasure to the nth degree. So since this is coming up for him, it could be, this kind of indicates a duality here where they're grounded, but they also like to let loose. They have that side to them. So they may get disconnected from their spirit. But sometimes it shows up when that's exactly what he needs, is to just have a good time with you. So how would I advise from here? I would say, remember that grounding is important, but carefully explore the options of fun, but carefully. And I would say that's the point of relationship, is that you're there for each other. So if he has good intentions for you, for fun and for commitment, this isn't a clear yes or no, and I know that, but you can do an extended reading and it might get a little bit more clear. The main crux of a relationship is that balance, and that you might be able to rein him in if he gets a little bit lost. But you have to be willing to go there and have that fun. Doesn't mean have fun right away. We can put it on the back burner, make him wait a little bit, but be ready to have fun and stay along for the ride and see. I would say that these are good cards for a relationship, if that's what you have in mind. But you have to talk with him and make sure that that's on his mind, and that you are going to be the foundation that he looks for. Hope that helps.
Okay. Happily ever after. Drop your question. And after this one, I'm going to make you get me some juice.
Yes.
And
drink break.
Yeah. Have a little break. So happily.
Non-alcoholic break here.
I should have brought some alcohol. Happily ever after. Drop your question. If you're still with us. Do 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 do.
That was a good smile.
Do 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 do.
Does the he drop either one? I see there's about 4 people in here. We just ran through a bunch, so they probably took off.
So I guess happily ever after is not here. Zanib, drop your question. Then after Zanib, I'm going to make you take a break with me.
Yes, we're in a break here in a sec. So if you want full readings, go ahead and get those requests in at this PayPal I'm dropping here. And we will do 4 to 7 card readings. We will take our time. It's not like this is kind of like popcorn.
It's more in depth.
Yeah, it's kind of like we're like, oh, this, drop the cards. We can
Okay.
do more in depth if you're basically buying your time at this point. Usman.
Does Usman want to reconcile with me and his feelings?
And Becky's got you. And then we're going to do our little break.
Yes. This is wanting to come
Because
out.
we're all getting thirsty around.
Okay. Let's see one more for clarity.
And the number of cards is significant because you do get more in depth the more cards you go. They go more.
Okay.
This is what our partner thinks. This is what we think, etc.
You got the Eight of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. So what this is telling me is, first of all, with the Eight of Cups, he's walking away from this situation. He's leaving it behind. So right now, does he want to reconcile? Probably not right now. It seems like he's conflicted. There's one side of him that's ready to walk away. And then there's this other side of him that wants to come back and reconcile. So I see this as him, for the time being, he's walking away. But is reconciliation on his mind? With the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, yes, most definitely. He still loves you. But he's torn between, should I walk away? Should I come back? What should I do? So I would just say be patient and give him space. And then that may make him definitely want to come back. Like, why isn't she contacting me? Where'd she go? You do that to him, make him wonder where you went. He'll come back.
That's how it works.
Yes. You want him to come back, you gotta completely back off. All right. Girl, I'm thirsty.
Okay. Let me see what drinks we have.
And we will be right back.
She said she's getting a car. Kathy. She lost her car in Indiana.
Her and her car issue.
She needs to not go to Indiana anymore.
Yeah, she needs to not do that.
She should have had a terror. How would she? She's conservative. How would she do that? She would have. I don't know. Yeah. We have so many. Okay. One fruit punch. We got. Yeah, just need for fruit punch pack. And we got those nectars. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm glad we're taking a break. That just feels like. That feels like actual work. You know what I mean? That's been bothering me. That one guy saying he was no, we don't have that. Yeah, so that it. No, it was not. I don't have that. That's fine. You have real. Then I thought maybe he had a name that was like another country. So yeah, that seems like they would. Don't let it. Just because the guy. I don't even care about him. I don't know. I'm gonna grab my water bottle. I love how Cassie's like literally like hasn't messaged me anything. Right in the middle, I swear it's like she's online, watching us. We're talking about her outfit. I want you to come over to my place. I'm like, she's acting like a guy. You gotta ignore her. I thought it was for me, the
You go
compliment or whatever, it's only because of my hat. Because if I had my hair, he'd be like, "You're freaking tranny."
No.
They don't like trannies. These same guys that like evaluate you on being cute. Well, then, as soon as you're a tranny, it's like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, it's the same shallow nonsense.
Okay.
That's probably why he never said anything again after that. He heard my voice and he's like, "Oh,
Ocean?
they're a tranny." I'm a freaking trap queen.
I'm a trap queen. Okay. Ocean, Images and Ocean, are you guys still here?
Oh, is he still there? Oh, they're still there. Rats. Sorry. I forgot it was on still.
Yeah, Ocean, your neck, and you'll do Images.
It's making me feel a lot less embarrassed about myself right now. And I'm going on and on about this, like right then. I'm so stupid. Now everyone's gonna hate me.
Okay. Images asked, what is my twin flame like as a person?
Like a burning flame. Who's this? A or B?
You're up. You're doing Images.
Okay. Images.
Do I look worried? Probably because
We took a chill break.
we just went out on the front porch and the wind was just like all over the place. And yeah, so I feel like I have whiplash if I look funny.
Okay. So, who is this? Images?
Yeah, Images.
What did they ask?
Like, what's their twin flame soulmate like?
Like a burning flame. So, I like the idea of twin flames. It's kind of like the one, but it's like that someone is your twin flame. And I'm doing a 2 card for 2 flames. And if you want a full reading, basic to full, paypal.me/rubjar. I put it up above. And you can do it there. But we have the 5 of Pentacles. So this is for, what's the name? Images.
Images.
Pentacles. And 2 of Pentacles.
She said, what's his like characteristics?
Okay.
So
you're looking specifically at this twin flame. 2 of Pentacles shows adaptability, multitasking, play, juggling. So someone, again, it's 2 Pentacles. I had a 2 Pentacles before. And, the chances of getting 2 Pentacles on a 2 card is pretty rare. It's like 1%. So you're a 1% reading of someone that's pretty reliable. They're able to do a lot. Pretty interesting person. 1 or 2% of the population is going to get the spread like this. So, like I'm saying, it's pretty unique to be getting this. And I would say for a 2 of Pentacles, they, probably traditionally follow the money. And I don't mean just money driven. I'm just saying they're responsible. So that's probably could be a good thing because it balances us. I know for me, that would probably be a good thing. I'm a responsible person.
yes.
So that can be a good thing. You want a guy that's going to hold down, that's going to keep you safe. I think we all want that. I mean, no one wants someone that's going to leave you hung and dry without a life, So 5 of Pentacles shows a lack of security, scarcity thinking, but How to explain this? You may be feeling ashamed or fearful of relying on the support of others, but this card reminds you to accept help when needed. So I would say also that this person is probably pretty able to adapt in that way. But they also need to remember that there are others out there in case they do hit a situation that they're unable to adapt. And I would say first, so then how do you help this twin flame? I would say definitely you need to remember that you're going to present a fun side probably to this person because they're getting 2 Pentacles cards and they're going to be thinking about money and jobs and stuff a lot. So remember to try to balance that with the home life and I don't know, just kind of bring in different sides. They didn't get any cups. They didn't get those sides. And you're asking about a relationship and their mind's probably not always going to be on the relationship. So remember to meet them where they're at. And don't get worried, discouraged if it feels like they're forgetting about you because chances are they're just juggling a lot of different things. That's what I would say.
And you say, can you pick up what country they're from? We have no way of telling that with the cards. Like the cards aren't just going to be like, oh, they're from Argentina, but we can pick up, the cards can tell us like what kind of characteristics they have or advice. Okay. Ocean, did you drop your question? We're just reading tarot. As for psychic abilities, I have experienced psychic phenomena, but the way it works with me is I usually have premonitions. So it's like I try to block it out. Like I'm not going to get on here and try to like pick up on everybody's energy and all that kind of stuff. That's a bit too overwhelming, but mostly I have premonitions. I'll dream something or I have loved ones come over in my dreams and be like, hey, I just died. Can you give a message to so-and-so? So, yeah. It's like, even though I've had these experiences, it's like I've had them my whole life, but they've gotten stronger like once I hit my 20s. And I don't know, I'm still trying to like get in touch with that side and accept it, but it's been kind of like really fucking hard for me because I've had premonitions about loved ones being in trouble and I try to reach out and help them and I couldn't. So I try to block it. That's why I like just using the tarot for now. Okay, Ocean.
I tarot is a nice balance because it doesn't provide clear answers, but it can point us in the right direction or show something that we're missing.
Okay. Okay. Should post your work on social media. Advice from Spirit. Ocean. Okay, you got the Five of Swords, the Sun, and the Two of Wands. So I would say the question, would it be good to start posting on social media? I would say yes, because you got the Sun and the Two of Wands here. And the Two of Wands kind of like talks about looking out to the horizon, seeing what's out there. Also, if you look at the picture, he's holding the world in his hands. And what are you doing when you're on social media? You literally have access to the world in your hands. So, yes, I would say that putting your work on social media would be beneficial. But there's another message that comes out here, and I'm not quite sure if this is a warning or if it's talking about something that's already happening in your life. But it's talking about being aware of people around you and their intentions towards you. Like, do you have people in your midst that are going to backstab you, kind of like steal your swords and leave you with nothing? Like, you know, what kind of company do you have around you, or that will be viewing this? It could be talking about the fact that just putting yourself out there on social media, it's just a warning that there could be trolls, there could be negative feedback. But for the most part, with the Sun and the Two of Wands, I say, yeah, it would be advisable to put your work out there. And Taylor ran away, so when she comes back, I'm Becky, she's Taylor. You're welcome. I hope that resonated.
Who's next?
Nobody's in here.
I just want to make sure they weren't barking. Because I don't want them to be barking the whole time.
So just gotta wait till somebody comes in here.
So who's next? Anyone drop a question? I see there's 4 of you in here. So if you got a question.
Or if you have already gotten a reading and you'd like another one or something more in depth,
So we're
$5
Taylor,
for basic,
yes.
10 for more like an in-depth reading.
4 to 7 card spreads. We call them spreads. A 2 card's not really a spread. Really, it's just 2 cards. So that's why they're mini readings. But for a full spread, we do charge because everyone charges. People don't usually do free readings like we're doing. So
yes,
we're doing something special. We are offering what we know, not just reading words, because usually you go on a website or something and it's a bunch of words. But this way you get concepts.
yes. Let me see something.
Subscribers. Oh, like and subscribe. That's the other one.
We've gotten a couple, like 2.
Okay. People probably got off because we weren't here.
That's okay, they'll come back.
Which is fine. We took a little mini break.
It was a sucky break because all it was is being tossed around in the wind.
Oh my god, this shows me combing my hair.
Yeah.
No wonder they got off.
Like, she's like, oh, that girl's hair's atrocious. I have to get off this
exactly.
chat.
We gotta get off this chat. You know, it looks bad.
So I got
look okay right now.
I got really mad at that Josh guy yesterday.
Oh, really?
Because
you off with him?
Because I decided, like, okay, you could have sex with me. And I was going to meet him, and then he didn't say anything that whole day. And then the next day, he's like, well, I thought we were going to do that. Why didn't you say anything to me? And I'm like, why didn't you say anything to me?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, how about today? And he's like, okay. And then he ended up being busy all damn night. And so I got fucking pissed. I'm like, you've blown me off for 2 days. Obviously, you're not that interested. And no, it's not that. I've just been busy. Really, I just want to smoke weed.
Let's be honest. Did you tell him that?
No. But I thought about it and I'm like, you know what? I can't have Chris.
Yeah.
So just have fun.
I get it. Well, that's we're giving.
Yeah,
So whoever just
Matthew, drop your
arrived.
question.
Yes.
Are you next or am I next?
You do one. You did one since coming back. Did I do one?
Yeah, I think you're
I'm
next.
next. Okay. Yeah, I'll do you, Matthew.
Drop your question, hon.
Do you know any Matthews?
I used to Matthew Sneed or Smeed or
Oh yeah, Matt Smead.
yeah.
Matt Davis.
He was a cutie, Matt Sneed.
Matt Davis wasn't bad.
Oh, I hate him.
I didn't really like him though.
I was friends with him when we were in school, but then after school it was just like he
Joint reading.
a joint reading.
Oh, us both together?
Okay, we could try that.
Okay, but one card each. Or two cards. Wait.
We got
you do
this.
one, I do one. 2 cards or 3 cards.
Yeah, drop your question.
Drop your question. Yeah, we're having fun, so it's probably a good time to ask for a joint reading because we don't normally do that because we're usually on separate computers. A basic?
What's your question, Matthew? Do you just want a general or do you have anything specific
Oh,
in
he
mind?
said, I've never done this before. So what should I ask about? Well, that's a very good question. What is on the forefront of your head? Do you have a girl in mind? Do you have a job in mind? Do you have...
We could just ask for advice and see what comes up for general advice.
Basically, it's what you want to know. And you're going, and she's starting the shuffle right now. So we're going to do a free mini reading for you. And if you want to know more in depth or you want a second reading, it's 2 for $5.
Okay, we'll get some insight onto this girl. We'll do that. Are things going to go well between us?
Okay. We like these. This is how we got started in tarot.
Yep.
I don't really judge girl names as much as I do guy names. Probably. Do I?
That's because you date guys.
So I like spend a lot of time with them and form opinions based on their names.
Okay.
I mean, I guess there's a couple of female names I don't really like, but
Okay. You got the 4 of Swords, the King of Pentacles, and the Emperor. And what this tells me is this is advice for you in love. It doesn't specifically say anything about will things go well. It talks about needing a rest, needing a break. So whether you need a break in the relationship or it's just something going on that you need to get rest and recovery for, or that she needs to get rest and recovery for, that's indicated here. The King of Pentacles talks about a guy who wants to provide. Mm-hmm. So in the sense of romance, it's a man who wants to provide for a woman. So maybe it's asking you, like, how can you be a provider? Are you considering, like, how you can give to this woman, like, what you can bring to this table? Are you, he's also financially stable. That's another thing. The Emperor doesn't really talk about feelings or emotions or love. He's very controlled.
Yeah.
So the Emperor can sometimes show up when there's an abusive man. So this, I could say, would be advice to be more caring, more feeling, less logical.
Yeah.
Because the Emperor's exact opposite. He's this like purely logical guy, and there's no feelings in it, and he kind of has control issues and a temper. So be the opposite of that.
Yeah, to complement that, since this is our joint reading, I completely she took the words right out of my mouth. But for swords, yeah, definitely there's a sign there of resting. So you're asking, what are things going to go well? So I would say resting and time is going to help with that. Not rushing it. A lot of guys want sex as soon as possible. That's not a good method. It is if you don't really give a care about her and you just want to toss her at the end of the night. But if you want something real, you're gonna have to take time. It's gonna take time.
Slow.
Take it slow. Take it one step at a time. Don't force her until she's ready. That's how you show you respect someone. You don't want to be pulling their pants, the first time you're with her. Like respect. If you like something, you hold it close. If you dislike something, you toss it aside. So remember that in terms of this card, Four of Swords. And the other real feel I'm getting is what Becky was really highlighting, is that there are two cards that are very masculine-y, kind of controlled cards. And that's a good thing if you remember to respect the girl and not be abusive, or not just abusive, but not be too controlling.
Yeah.
So be able to accept her voice and not keep going.
Yeah, because the Emperor in relationships can come up for an abusive, controlling man, but it could also come up like for somebody who has, like, in a way, father feelings for somebody, and don't take it like I'm weird.
Yeah,
not like
we're not saying you don't
she may want
her either. Yeah,
you may want her to call you daddy at the end of the day, but no, okay.
Yeah.
But
that's okay. That's a pet name. It's like, babe, do you really mean they're a baby? But it's just a name. Yeah.
The Emperor can talk about like having protective feelings towards somebody, and that's a good thing.
It's a good thing to
be
like that.
And that, coupled with the King of Pentacles, it's sorry.
Well, baby's kind of the same thing. Do you really mean you're talking about a child? But people use baby like it's, I don't use baby either. And I don't like honey. People like honey. I don't like honey. Sweetie. They're just pet names. But everyone uses a different one.
Anyways, so that, coupled with the King of Pentacles, like, talks about a guy who wants to be a provider for a woman, and has protective feelings over her. And that's a good thing.
Darling.
That should be something you show more. Like, really get in touch with that masculine side of you. Don't go too masculine where the Emperor is uncaring, but that show that side of where you want to give to her, and that will be much appreciated.
So are things going to go well? Counts on you, what you bring to the table.
Yeah. It's all up to you. That's basically what the cards are saying, exactly, because since like two cards come up to show like the masculine, it's all up to you. It depends on what you bring to the table. The ball's in your court, kind of thing.
Yeah, takes two to tango.
All right. And Sunrise, drop your question.
Welcome back. I feel like everyone comes in right at the start because they're waiting on that subscription. They're like, we got this. We know about free tarot. I'm glad
you're welcome.
You're very welcome.
Sunrise, are you still here?
And yeah, reminder, if anyone wants a extended, basic, or full reading, so basic to extended are spreads, your 4 to 7 cards. If you want to do a longer reading, we do 2 readings for $5. We give you that first one free, and then you can get a second one for $5. So if that's of interest, we don't just keep doing free readings for you all day. Sorry, but there are other people. There are 4 of us here right now. So, keep that in mind.
For your question, do either of us do channeled messages? I am a medium, but I really don't like. I'm kind of taken. I don't do channeled messages or mediumship readings just because I don't want to invite a lot of energy into my field. I don't want to mess with the dead thing right now, because when they start fucking with me, it's been heartbreaking. And like I could pick up on emotions, and then I start having dreams. Hey, can you tell so and so? No. So right now, no, neither of us do mediumship readings. Maybe in the future.
Shay did. Oh, Shay's the
But
one.
for right now, no.
Are we doing sunrise? Or are you doing sunrise? Sunrise just dropped it.
She did?
Boy, you get to move.
It's not showing up. Oh, there it is. You go ahead.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, so sunrise. I get you. I think this is my first time getting you, because I think Becky did you when you were here before. But I know you've been around. I know you are a subscriber. Like and subscribe especially, because these are the cheapest days. We don't usually do basic readings for $5 like today. And Cassie is definitely watching our channel. No.
That would be funny if she was creeping on us.
Because she keeps writing me. Okay.
You should send her the link.
Come by. Come join our tarot, Cassie.
I'm going to send her the link.
No.
Hold on.
Does she? Have you guys get along, right?
We haven't really talked for a while, but
Okay. So sunrise. We're looking at. By the way, I'm shuffled right now, so you're ready to go here. So I'm doing for you a apartment reading. So the important thing to remember in life situations is there's not going to be clear yes or no's before you go there. There can be a variety of factors that come up, but you got sunrise.
she's probably not even gonna look.
King of Wands and Magician. I like that you said it though, because that's slightly less chance. When we see a pop to 6, we know it's happened. Okay, so King of Wands is authentic leader, passionate, charismatic, experienced, energetic, influential, proud, sexual. So when we're talking about moving, decisive, taking risks on gut feelings, authentic, not rigid, expresses nature, passionate lover, but you can get carried away with enthusiasm. So in terms of living, we have to remember not to gamble too much, not to take the jump. You really want to move. You really want to get out. That feeling is going to be strong, but you have to make sure where you're going is not worse than where you are, right? So it's important to make, if you are moving, because if your heart's set on it, you might very well move, but you have to make sure the place at the other end of the tunnel, that the grass is actually greener. Because I've gotten in situations where I've gotten worse places because I was in a bad living situation with a guy, And then all of a sudden I find the place I've gone to is there's mice and all sorts of stuff. So it might have been better in some ways, but it wasn't in other ways. So that's really important to do your research and keep that in mind. Okay.
Sorry, I totally covered your face.
Oh, you're fine.
Oh no. Oh.
You're fine.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, drop your questions, everyone, right here. And the other one here is the magician. And magic can happen if you have a vision, a clear vision, and you make it happen. So in terms of this, you have to gather the resources in order to move out. So this is basically saying, if you really do want to move out, you got to make it happen. Your will has to align with your action. You have to do the necessary steps. You need the resources. You need to actually get out there. And I would triple that in that if you're going to find a place, you got to do the research, especially right now, because not everyone's going to be showing places willy-nilly. So you're going to have to put in the effort to find a place and really, does this match what am I looking for? Am I looking for a, what size apartment? What, am I living with someone? There's a lot to go into that. It's like part of the city, any number of things. Do the research, put in the effort, make the magic happen. That's all I'm going to say right now. If you want a fuller reading, we're dropping the paypal.me/rubjar, and we will do a second reading for $5. That's how we do it.
Yep. I like that. It's not a little butterfly. It's a booty fly.
Oh, that is very beautiful. Thank you, Sunrise.
She ignored me. Or she's ignoring me.
Don't keep saying it because it could be open. We don't know. Are you able to look at who's actually viewing it?
No.
Oh, that would be fun.
That's why it feels creepy, is especially if it's there's 3 people in here and it's nobody's talking. It's are they watching me? Can they see me?
So we do that free mini 2-ish card reading for free. If you want a full 4-card spread, that's $5. And if you want a 7-card spread, that's $10. These are the cheapest prices we do. Because we're trying to welcome you to the subscription. Subscribe and you get to do these free readings unlimited. We don't say, you've had a free reading. No, keep coming back. We love it. We love helping everyone. It's a big part of this. It's just enjoying everyone's lives together.
Yes.
Meeting a couple of people here and there.
Your hair.
Now everyone comes in. It's go back. One sec.
What is going on with your
I got it.
Gotta fix my hair. I'm
Okay, that's better. Massively.
Nobody's come back in. No one's asking. So we wait.
If you're here, drop a question. Well, some of them are other people, right? Because it says 3. Shay, did we do Shay?
She was wanting to know if we did like mediumship.
Oh, yeah. If you do want to have free mini reading, it can help. Whatever you're probably trying to figure out. May even be more helpful. You don't know how something's going to stick in your head.
What? You with your little off shoulder shirt. Look at my shoulder. It's cute.
Come on, drop the, I'm showing skin. Drop the.
Taylor's over here showing skin for your readings. Drop a question. Woo!
We're both kind of wearing a similar color set. Purple and
Yeah, I'm all black.
old friends. For all you wondering at home. I feel like they come in right at first and then it does level off a bit because we have the basic set of subscribers that seem to come every day,
Yeah.
you know? Well, we should do a reading for each other.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it. Because maybe we'll get a couple more.
I'm trying to think. What would I ask?
Okay, I've got a question.
Okay.
Meanwhile, you can think of yours. Mine's going to be what? Mine's not going to be the same typical question.
Okay.
Okay, mine's going to be I feel good for 2021 to start, this time because I'm here and everything. What do I need to remember about if I do go back out west?
No.
But I have to at some point because I have to do my laser. I have to pick up my van. Okay. So what do I have to keep in mind about that?
Okay.
Like what, just like transitioning back here, you were like, get the heck out of Josh because Josh was, So that was what I needed to listen to. What are the spirit guides saying to me about? And it could just be death. If I have the death and the devil, I think I might cry.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if I had both of them.
You got the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. So what this is telling me is first and foremost, focus on your money.
Yeah.
Focus on your finances.
A lot. Yeah.
Okay?
Again.
Pentacles. Focus on your
last
finances. And this talks about emotional fulfillment. Being like, are you going out there just for love? Or are you going out there to find happiness emotionally? Yeah. And then this talks about,
that's probably more of what it is because probably ultimately I want to be emotionally happy.
right.
If a guy's part of it, I want a guy to be part of it.
But that just be a bonus.
But that's just a bonus.
But
ultimate. Yeah.
The Six of Pentacles does talk about the guy because it's like if you go back out there and you're with a guy again, are you going to be giving, and not receiving?
Yeah.
So just be mindful of that.
Yeah.
It have equal give and take with
the
guy. Yeah.
Emotionally and
yeah. And set clear boundaries and, all that stuff.
That seems to be the problem is I don't set the boundaries and they get, like each one of them either use me in a money way or use me in a time way or use me, all of them, every single one of them. Yeah. I see the common theme in each one of them because they're always trying to take.
Yep.
Even Mike, you could almost argue that, like, I mean, he's older than me, so I was kind of like putting out stuff.
Isn't that what?
You know what I mean?
Isn't that what all
Yeah.
women do?
Yeah, there
Basically.
we go. Basically, yeah. But it shouldn't come down solely where you're feeling like you are being used. That's the whole point of a relationship. It should move past that feeling that he's using you, and just like where you're gladly giving your.
Didn't I say Argentina earlier? I said Argentina.
This is the weirdest day. We had Taylor. I swear there's a Taylor every day. There's an Argentinian. We have all sorts of fun every day.
Earlier we had a question and somebody asked where somebody would be from. And I'm like, well, Argentina. You know, I was just being a smart ass. Now we really do have somebody from Argentina. But yeah, go ahead and drop your question if you have a question. We're in the United States, in Virginia. In Virginia.
We grew up here. What? Without giving too much information, Virginia is an interesting state. It's got the beach side. We're more in the mountain side.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. From afar. This is pretty neat. I should look at another person's tarot channel to see how they do it.
Yeah.
They always charge, or they do free reading.
A lot of people charge.
Most people charge.
They'll have like free days for subscribers and then charge. What's your question, Bella? Or do you have a question?
Yes. And if you want a more in-depth reading, either basic to full spreads, we do spreads for $5 to $10, depending on the size of the spread.
But if you just want a mini reading, then yeah. I want to know when my friend Florencia is going to get married with Gustavo. She's Aries. Okay. I'm not taking that. Too many. All right.
What do I like to play? Okay, so I like to play.
Okay. You got the 8 of Cups. You got the 9 of Cups. And you got the 9 of Wands. Now, what this is telling me is, in terms of when will they get married, nothing is coming up in the cards for somebody getting married. So it's not going to be anytime soon. In fact, it looks like somebody's walking away from this situation. I don't know what this means, but with the 8 of Cups is somebody walking away from emotions and going out to venture. So I don't know why this is coming up. Have they had a fight or a breakup, or is there any indication of somebody leaving in the situation? The 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment, but it could also talk about somebody who overindulges in alcohol, for example. And the 9 of Wands talks about somebody who's been through a battle and they're tired. They're tired of fighting, but they're still hanging in there. So it looks like maybe some conflict is going on with them, or that they've had conflict and that one of them is considering leaving and they're just feeling tired, or they're trying to decide to stick things out even though it's hard. Boyfriend.
Yeah, so drop your questions here, everyone.
Said, I'm sorry I said boyfriend. Married, no. No indication for anything about marriage, but there is a lot coming up about maybe conflicts in the relationship and deciding on whether this relationship is going to work or not. And like, because on one hand you have the Eight of Cups, and that's somebody walking away. Okay, that's somebody walking away from this situation. But on the other hand, you have the Nine of Wands, and this guy has been through a lot of turmoil, but he's still ready to stick it out. So I think that's the decision that needs to be made here. Is this relationship worth salvaging, or should we break it off? And maybe how can we get our needs met? Hope that resonated. Okay.
So I'm dropping the PayPal over here. Like and subscribe. Especially subscribe if you want more free readings. Who is next?
Andreja.
Andreja.
I can't. If I butcher your name, I'm sorry. We'll just say Andre.
Yeah, so go ahead and ask the question.
Yeah, go ahead and ask your question. You didn't need to retract that.
No worries. Ask your questions. It's good. We're all good. We will do a free reading for anyone who comes.
Ouch.
That second reading's $5. That's how it works.
Now, one free reading if you want to.
One for free, 2 for $5, 3 for $10.
3 for $10. Does my crush think of me?
Yes.
Read the damn cards.
Yes. That's what everyone wants, right?
Right.
Do they like me? Yes. Absolutely.
Your sister made me hungry.
Okay. Let's do it. Here, what would you like? M&Ms? Want some M&Ms?
Shoot, I want some Mexican food. I can't afford it though.
Tacos.
Mm.
I don't know how Cassie's coming all of a sudden. I swear she's here today watching us.
She's probably watching us, a little creep. I sent her the link. She saw it too. Oh God, she probably is watching us. That would be hilarious.
Okay. So we have the Nine of Cups and the Tower for Andrea. Andrea. This is Taylor and Becky. Taylor, Becky.
And possibly Cassie creeping in the background.
Yeah. Tower. Nine of Cups. If you are there, Cassie, start saying hello. Nine of Cups.
Okay, the Tower and the Nine of Cups.
Yeah, so Tower, we're asking about a crush. An unnamed crush. So I can't get any hints there. Questioning beliefs, chaos, sudden shock. Structure and systems you've built in your life are being shook up. So what that means is this person probably has some formed beliefs, and like a tower, they're falling down. That can be a good thing. That means that you are probably interesting enough to them that they're looking at you at least. Does that mean they're going to fall head over heels in love with you? Like a tower? Not necessarily. I often look at that second card and see what its direction is, though. And it's a cup. So that's a good thing. Because it's a wish fulfillment, contentment card. Wishes can come true. But do they? It often depends on the person, because not everyone we meet is going to be our forever person. But it's also, you have to take those steps. If you want it to come true, you have to take those steps. That's the only way it's going to work. So I would say definitely take the steps, show that your intentions match your actions, and show that you like him back. Okay? That would be my major, and he or she, I'm not going to say you're a guy, whatever your crush is, show that you're into them. Okay? That would be what I would say to do. And that will give you an indicator of where it's going to go. Because sometimes if you're not getting an obvious answer, the answer is not necessarily no. I would say indicate. Flirting, it's not illegal. There's a reason for it in human behavior. You send a little, sometimes little things like, a little touch on the arm, stuff like that. They speak volumes, okay? So if you do stuff like that, if he's doing stuff like that to you, it's probably a pretty good indicator that when a guy touches you, it's a good indicator he likes you, okay? So keep that in mind too. Becky's turn.
No one's in here.
And I'm touching Becky because we're in love.
Because we're in love. Shit.
JK.
Nobody's in love with me.
We are besties. Besties at word. We have other
Cassie, drop your question.
Cassie.
You're welcome. Make sure you like and subscribe. Mm-hmm. Do.
She was asking me what game's going.
Who?
So she's definitely annoying. She didn't reply?
She didn't say anything to me.
Cassie.
Cassie, are you creeping on us?
Why? Asking if Battlefield. She says she likes Battlefield. Like, is that like Battlefield Bad Company? Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to brush my teeth. What was I looking for? Okay, I remember. Are you taking a selfie?
Yeah.
Take a selfie. Selfie.
I love the filters on. I like the Messenger filters better than I like the Snapchat ones because the Snapchat ones are like.
Yeah. Well, Looks like nobody else is coming in. Should we just end it here? Yeah, you're sitting there taking selfies, I think. Yeah, we've been doing this for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, we've done a lot today.
And